Good morning, everyone. So good to see you here this beautiful day. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Monmouth County. My name is Irene Passmore, and my pronouns are she and her. I serve currently as co-chair of the Caring Committee, along with Kat Grosso, who's ushering today. Our Caring Committee is an integral part of the love in this community. And when you get our emails about someone who's ill or someone who's celebrating a birth or a wedding, that's a way to tie us together and keep us here in community. And we thank you all for the participation that you contribute. Whoever you are, whomever you love, however you arrived at this beloved place, you are welcome here. Our mission is to create community, transform ourselves, and transform the world. I draw your attention to the back side of your orders of service for announcements and service information for the coming week. For those on live stream and for video viewers, the order of service link is available to you in the YouTube service description box. After today's service, as usual, refreshments will be served in the community room, and people of all ages are welcome to visit with one another. And today, our annual business meeting will begin at noon. Congregational members need to check in with Lisa and Allison at the door in the community room before the business meeting begins in order for a quorum to be assessed for the votes to be taken. Lisa and Allison will be sitting at a table right near the door. If you haven't yet voted online for the Share the Plate recipients for next year, you can pick up a ballot at the time you check in. If you are new to us today, please do check out our website, uucmc.org, where you can sign up to get all of the latest news of the congregation by email. We look forward to getting to know you better, and we hope to check in with you during coffee hour today. Please put your devices on silent as we enter into worship together, and welcome again to this place of love and hope.
I'm the Reverend Dr. Craig Rubano, and I'm so pleased you've chosen to be with us for the big final events of the fiscal year, which ends June 30th. Celebrating members who freely joined in 2024 to 25, living into the freedom of the democratic process at our annual business meeting. And of course, as is evident from the gorgeous assortment of blossoms on our tables in front this morning, celebrating Flower Communion, a ritual tied to freedom of thought, freedom of religion, freedom of speech. Freedom is our congregational theme for the month of June. These flowers not only symbolize the diversity among us, but the blossoming power of our intentions. For there is always among us something that is trying to be born, to rise, to flower, a balance to be found, a freshening love that radiates freely into a world where freedom can be elusive. All of our compassionate care and our devotion to transformation become the fuel that inspire actions that are a balm for a world that can feel overburdened by despair. Our combined faith keeps our hearts afresh. Our combined love chases away fear. Our combined energy spurs on our flagging spirits. It is good to be UUCMC together. To call us to worship with the word worship understood in its original meaning of a shaping concern for all that is of worth, I offer words from UU Star King School for the Ministry trustee, the Reverend Nancy Reed McKee. Our community knows no boundaries. We are not confined by the physical limits of walls, or for that matter, of what often binds us, restricts us, holds us back. We are freer than we know when we release ourselves and each other from expectations of what is needed for true community. We are here, together, in space. We see you, we hear you, we love you. This community holding us all together, here, now. Come, let us worship together. I invite our Credentialed Director of Family Ministry, Michelle McKenzie-Creech, Michelle McKenzie-Creech, to join me.
When we hyphenated, we almost went with it.
You almost went with McKenzie-Creech?
We almost went with McCreech, but that was a little too much.
Oh, okay. All right.
You're right on track.
Okay. Who knew? Who knew? We light a flame in a chalice to symbolize the sacred space created whenever we gather together. Our congregation is made possible by all of us through all of our financial contributions, for we own this place, and through all of our efforts in serving this place that we love.
At the annual business meeting later today, we will elect leaders to helm the various ministries of this congregation. And so today, we pause for a moment to recognize those leaders whose vision has guided us through the 2024-25 year. We ask that all outgoing leaders rise as you are willing and able and come forward to light our chalice this morning.
And you may be outgoing from one role and into another, but that still counts. Come on up.
We're all outgoing people.
Outgoing and coming into the same one? If you want to come up, then that's great. No, that's perfect. Of course. Yes. All right.
Our chalice lighting words are called "So That We Might Together Shine" by the Reverend Eric Walker Wixom. When we light our chalice, everyone focuses on the flame. Yet it is the paraffin of the candle, the cotton of the wick, the potassium chlorate and the sulfur of the match, and the oxygen in the air around us that makes that flame possible.
As leaders, we are not called to be a lone beacon on a hill. Rather, We are meant to work together so that we might together shine. Thank all of you for your service, for giving us the opportunity to express our gratitude for the leadership you have given our congregation.
We salute you as you leave or transition to other leadership in the congregation.
Let us thank our leaders. In this time when many are worried about the effects of policies being enacted in this country, it's important to know how one can take action. So in addition to the action section in the weekly e-blast, we've been providing a periodic social justice minute during worship services for just that purpose. And I invite Tony Giordano to the pulpit.
Good morning. I'm Tony Giordano. My pronouns are he and him. I serve on the Social Justice Committee and the Democracy team. As most of you no doubt know, this coming Saturday, June 14th, is No King's Day. It's a national day of action and mass mobilization in response to the increasing authoritarian excesses and the corruption from the administration. We need a growing number of people to participate in these kinds of events, to become engaged, and to prepare, frankly, for stronger actions that are becoming ahead. The Freehold protest has been canceled. We had planned to go to that. So right now, the next closest event is in Asbury Park. It's at 11 a.m. Saturday. The Democracy team suggests that people meet at 10:45. It's at Asbury Park Springwood Garden. Check the e-blast for more information. It's going to include information about where to park. Apparently there will be a lot of local parking in neighborhoods north of Springwood Park. For people who prefer a different location, there's also an event in Toms River, and that's at 4:30. So bring a friend and a sign and spread the word. This is really another occasion to celebrate while we resist, to borrow Reverend Craig's theme from a week or two ago. Thank you.
And now I invite us to rise in body and our spirit to sing our opening hymn, number 65 in the hymnals and on the screens, The Sweet June Days.
Our story this morning is called We Are the Builders by Deepa Iyer and Romina Galata. It's a story about social change in community. And I think that in this story, we'll see a little bit of ourselves. Welcome to our community day. Ready to find your role to play? My name is Ramla. I'm your guide. Follow me and stay by my side. So many grown-ups and kids are here. Everyone wants to volunteer. There's plenty to do in our own town. Help new friends, plant trees in the ground. The time is now. Let's play a part. Listen and learn. What moves your heart? We are the builders. We form and forge, construct and fix, improve homes with nails and bricks. See those old desks, tables, and chairs? Good as new with some repairs. Who wants to join the builders? Who are the builders in here? Raise your hand if you're a builder. Are you a builder? You have a part to play. We are the caregivers. We comfort, console, soothe, and cheer. Care kits for all, near and dear. Acts of service and words that mend. How can I help my new friend? Who wants to join the caregivers? Who's a caregiver in here? Raise your hand. We've got lots of caregivers in here. That's pretty obvious by our amazing caring community. We are the frontline responders. We plan and protect. Stay protected. Storms brewing, but don't be scared. Stock cans of soup, bags of fresh fruits. Gather warm cards, gloves, and boots. Who wants to join the frontline responders? Who's a frontline responder? I know you're out there. Superstorm Sandy, we had a lot of frontline responders. We are the disruptors. We declare, demand, demonstrate, call for change, don't hesitate. Raise our voices, banners, and beats. Meet and march out in the streets. Who wants to join the disruptors? I am in on the disruptors right now. Thank you. We are the experimenters. We scan, invent, and improvise, solve hard problems with fresh eyes. What if these used bottles and rags could become backpacks and bags? Who are our experimenters? Do you love to experiment? Yes. We are the visionaries. We dream, imagine, and inspire a world we can all admire. Fresh air, clean water, safe and free, bright futures, that's what we see. Who wants to join the visionaries? Who are our visionaries? Yes. We are the weavers. We stitch, we braid, we intertwine. Common threads link hearts and minds. When people fight or disagree, find what connects you and me. Who are our weavers? If you're a weaver. We are the healers. We renew, restore, and relieve. Tend to those who cry and grieve. Sometimes when the world is too much, we nurture with breath and touch. Who wants to join the healers? Yes. We are the storytellers. We sing, we dance, we create art, bring joy and love, heart to heart. Vibrant murals preserve our past, histories cherished at last. Who are our storytellers? Are you a storyteller? I think we're all storytellers. Of the different roles to play, which one feels like you today? You could become a guide like me, show new folks what they can be. We mentor, we advise, we steer, share wisdom, honest and clear. Now that it's clear what we each can do, we want to hear from all of you. What role would you choose? What would you be? How will you change your community? And I'm going to leave you with that question. How will you change your community? Right here at your UCMC. May it be so.
Every week in this congregation, we are provided with an opportunity to practice generosity. This is your invitation to contribute to the well-being of our congregation and to our social justice partners through the good works of organizations which receive half of the money that we collect each month. Our Share the Plate recipient for the month of June is Asbury Park Transformative Justice Project, whose mission is to drastically reduce recidivism by bringing an end to the victimization and powerlessness inherent in today's criminal justice system by using a transformative justice collective model. The Transformative Justice Project is doing a great job with those returning from prison in Asbury Park. For those of you present here in the meeting house, the plates will be passed by the ushers. You may also join this time of generosity via text, send your offering by mail, or charge your contribution online with a memo designating an amount to Asbury Park Transformative Justice Project. Please give generously.
I invite our membership coordinator, Lisa Arcoleo, to join Michelle and me.
Stand in the middle for the microphone.
Membership in this Unitarian Universalist congregation is a life-changing event. Choosing membership is committing freely to our common dream of creating community, transforming ourselves, and transforming the world. Completing the Getting to Know UUCMC Path to Membership series and signing the book are just the beginning of a lifelong journey toward authentic spiritual growth. We now honor all fiscal year 24-25 new members.
In community, together, we do what we cannot really do alone. We grow a soul. We join together to create more peace and justice. We honor the holy in our lives, and we commit to growing through all the changes of our lives together. These newest members remind us that we begin again in love as we join in this covenant together. In this recognition, we welcome all to this shared religious journey.
I am so very delighted to welcome all newest members to our congregation. Hearing their stories in our Introduction to UUCMC classes has been an honor and a joy. Their stories are our stories, as diverse and inspiring as all of ours. We welcome them into our collective story here, into the fold of this beloved community. I hope you will seek them out and get to know them. Please come forward now to the pulpit, say your name aloud, and take your place on the chancel, all newest members. I see some of you out there.
You're gonna give them there?
Come on up.
Hi, folks. Direct from Brooklyn, Tom Selendine.
Linda Chatalian Wyatt.
Trish Ferretti. Catherine Irons. Beth O'Connell. Jenny Wood.
Tom McCormick.
New members, please read aloud the words on your papers. I accept membership in this congregation as a gift as well as a responsibility. I affirm that I come here as a whole person, with weakness as well as strength, hopes as well as needs. By this act of joining, I commit myself to the support of this community, as together we learn both to receive and to give. I come eager to seek, willing to grow, ready to serve.
And now, members, please read what's on the screen. We promise to meet you as a friend, to include you in our fellowship, offering love, support, and challenge as we grow and serve together.
And now let us all say together, love is the doctrine of this congregation, the quest for truth, its sacrament, and service, its prayer. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to bear witness in the world to the healing and transforming power of community.
We welcome you to this project of building, caregiving, frontline responding, disrupting, experimenting, envisioning, weaving, healing, and storytelling.
Welcome to this group of journeyers on paths of faith development, as together we create community, transform ourselves,
ourselves
and transform our worlds. And at Community Hour, there will be cake. Welcome. Oh, picture. We haven't had a picture. Sorry. See, if you don't make an announcement, you don't know, right? Huh? Should I be in here too?
Yes, please.
All right.
Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. While the choir gets set up here, so we have sung this semester, this finishing half of the congregational year, anthems in Swahili, in English. We've sung songs from musicals about civil rights, all with the theme of power and individuality. And for our closing anthem here, we will be singing a very old song, and it's an arrangement by Elizabeth Alexander. And she sort of made a fun, quirky song out of this old song that became the rallying song during the German Peasant Wars, which was exactly 500 years ago, 1524 to 1525. Like all wars, it was long and terrible and drawn out, like the 30-Year War, then the Protestant Reformation, both which became this bedrock for the Protestant Reformation. But they led to such a radical, influential idea of individual thought, and that one can interpret Scripture by their own thoughts and in their own way, which of course was so important for the way we worship now, and Universalism, Transcendentalism, and how we worship now with Unitarian Universalism. So this anthem is a sentiment that these flowers are to represent truly individual thought, and it is a dissenting, slightly comical, tongue-in-cheek anthem engaging the idea that our thoughts are free and no one can do anything about it. So enjoy our final anthem of the semester. I will be taking this mic off. There's no way I'll have this on while I'm conducting. I'll break the wire for sure. So.
So today we celebrate the ritual of flower communion. Each of us has brought flowers, adding them to communal vases to symbolize the diversity among us. And each will be asked freely to take with them a flower from that lovingly assembled collection. Each year I tell some version of the origin story of this ritual because it is important to know its roots. While this ceremony has become in Unitarian Universalism an augur of summer, make no mistake, flower communion is a deeply countercultural, prophetic act that at its heart declares true beloved community cannot exist unless all are counted, unless each has the freedom to be themselves, for each one of us is precious. And such a message can be a dangerous thing to proclaim. The story of flower communion begins in Bohemia, where in 1870, Norbert Fabian Čapek was born into a Catholic family. As a teenager, Čapek soured on the Catholic faith and was baptized as a Baptist. He was an evangelical pastor, founding several Baptist congregations. But following Austria's 1913 annexation of his country, however, then 43-year-old Čapek's increasingly progressive religious views ran afoul of authorities. Čapek was forced to flee, emigrating to the United States in 1914. Here he served various Slovak Baptist churches, but he experienced increasing discomfort with the strictures placed upon him by forcible adherence to a narrowly understood Christianity. The Baptists tried Čapek for heresy twice before he resigned his pastorate in 1919. And by that time he was married with young children, and he and his wife Maya were interested that the kids receive religious instruction, so they began to church shop. Every week their children experienced a new place of worship, a Sunday school program, and the kids would report back on what they had learned. And every week it was the same narrow mentality that had led Čapek first to emigrate and then to leave his ministerial calling. One Sunday, however, what the children learned was different. The message was of acceptance, of openness, of an individual free striving for truth. And this stuff you can't write. You can't make this stuff up. The kids had stumbled upon the Unitarian Church of Essex County in East Orange, New Jersey. Soon, the Čapeks attended as a family. I love the fact that Norbert Čapek discovered Unitarian Universalism in East Orange, New Jersey. I just think that's fantastic. The welcome they received there literally changed their lives. Isn't that the way for many of us? That we maybe came to this faith searching for a new way for our younger people so that they might have spiritually what we perhaps didn't experience in our own growing up. And so it was for Norbert Čapek, whose spirit we celebrate and invoke this morning. Since former Bohemia and Moravia had then declared independence from the Austro-Hungarian Empire as the new country of Czechoslovakia, the Čapeks longed for their homeland. They secured moral and financial support from the American Unitarian Association to return there in 1921 to found a Unitarian fellowship in Prague, which first met in the Čapek's apartment. But in those days, so many were rejecting their former strict religious heritages that in 2 years, the group had grown to 1,000 members, representing various forms of Catholic dissidents, Protestants, some atheists, some Jews, all looking for some way to connect spiritually other than through the symbols employed by the Catholic state of before. Having moved first to a rented hall, the congregation then purchased a 16th century palace that remains Unitarian to this day, allowing the group to grow even larger. How to define a new religious movement based on diversity, where the freedom of each person to shape their own behavior and values in the context of community would be key. Well, Reverend Čapek reasoned that in a part of the world utterly destroyed by the Great War, virtually the only things of any beauty or spiritual significance that no one had thought to fight over were the beautiful flowers that dotted the countryside in late spring. He realized that we give flowers to families of departed to symbolize our sympathy. We give flowers to partners in love to symbolize union. Flowers were potent symbols of relationship. And so it was that in early June 1923, Čapek asked his congregants each to bring in a flower from the field to their garden. He had the children gather the flowers together in common vases and place them in front of the church, the colors of the rainbow. He told the assembled that the differences in their religious backgrounds were like the differences among flowers, that each of them added to the whole, creating a vibrant bouquet. Čapek urged his congregation to place emphasis on what he called the individual character of each member flower, on our liberty as the foundation of our fellowship, of our common cause, of our belonging together as one spiritual community. It was Maya Čapek, after escaping from the Nazis and settling in Massachusetts, who first brought her husband's flower communion back to this country, beginning at First Church in Cambridge in 1940. Norbert had stayed behind, determined to continue to preach his message of love in his beloved, now Nazi-occupied land at the Unitarian Church of Prague, which had become, under his leadership, the largest Unitarian congregation in the world, with over 3,000 members. Čapek's message, his embrace of a diversity of religious heritages under one roof, and his having admitted to listening to a BBC broadcast led to his arrest in 1941. In 2009, in June, I stood in the preserved barracks of the Dachau prison camp where Čapek was held. There is written record in the letters of many of his fellow detainees speaking of the conviviality that Čapek brought to the group, crediting him with buoying their spirits while he was among them. Shortly before his death, Čapek wrote these words from Dachau. It is worthwhile to live and fight courageously for sacred ideals. Oh, blow, you evil winds, into my body's fire. My soul you'll never unravel. Even though disappointed 1,000 times, or fallen into the fight and everything worthless seem, I have lived amidst eternity. Be grateful, my soul. My life was worth living. The one who was pressed from all sides but remained victorious in spirit is welcomed into the choir of heroes. Then Čapek was sent off to Hartheim Castle in Austria, where he was executed by gassing. A connection that several of our congregants have to the flower communion is via the First Unitarian Church of Brooklyn, which, because a congregant there, Charlotte Garrigue, married Tomas Masaryk, the first president of Czechoslovakia, that congregation was central in spreading the good news of the flower communion to the faith movement at large. And I think it is no accident that among so many Unitarian Universalist congregations that they pair Chapek's ceremony with the annual business meeting. For flower communion locates the holy precisely in the ethical imperative to find the very best in one another. At the end of a congregational year, we come together as one community in a celebration of hope. Because no matter how challenging our ministries with one another may have been over the course of the past year, when we meet and exchange flowers, we renew our willingness to move together in faith for another year, side by side, in one another's search for truth and meaning, no matter what differences might divide us on the surface of our lives. We call each other today to our higher selves, our best selves, in all of their diversities. When we live into what is best in us, the whole, that which is sacred, comes to expression in our living and our loving and our working with one another. May it ever be so. May we be one diverse, free community of unfolding colors, all the colors, of many shapes and textures, today and in each day to come. We heard the UU singers intone the protest song advocating for the freedom of thought. Die Gedanken sind frei. The thought is free. The words of which were twisted into those emblazoned in iron on the gates to Nazi concentration camps as Arbeit macht frei. Freedom not of thought, but the result of labor. Labor makes freedom. I invite us now into a prayerful meditative singing of a hymn with Czech music set to words that Norbert Čapek wrote during his detention at Dachau. Words that speak to his existential longing behind prison bars to connect with the divine as he understood it. He locates in nature the cyclical steadiness that informs his faith, and he moves from finding the spirit in the sky song of the forest to asking that we be empowered freely to sing our own songs. It's a melancholy but hopeful meditation. I invite us to remain seated and think deeply about Čapek's witness and about his continuing relevance for a world in which our liberties are in peril. It's number 8 in the hymnals and on the screens. Michael will play the melody through for us once before we sing it together. We'll just remain seated. Mother Spirit, Father Spirit, where are you? In the sky song, in the forest, sounds your cry. What to give you, what to call you, what am I? Many drops are in the ocean deep and wide. Sunlight bounces off the ripples to the sky. what to give you, what to call you. Who am I am empty, time flies from me. What is time? Dreams eternal, fears infernal haunt my heart. What to give you, what to call you, oh my God. Mother Spirit, Father Spirit, take our hearts, take our breath, and let our voices sing our part. Take our hands and let us work to shape our art. These words of the blessing of the flowers were written by Norbert Chapek. Infinite Spirit of life, we ask thy blessing on these, thy messengers of fellowship and love.
May they remind us, amid diversities of knowledge and of gifts, to be one in desire and affection and devotion to thy holy will.
May they also remind us of the value of comradeship, of doing and sharing alike.
May we cherish friendship as one of thy most precious gifts.
May we not let awareness of another's talents discourage us or sully our relationship.
But may we realize that whatever we can do, great or small, the efforts of all of us are needed to do thy work in this world.
Amen.
We invite you now to come forward and take a flower different from the one you brought. If you did not bring a flower, take one anyway. There is always enough to go around. As you look at your flower, breathe in its scent. Appreciate its color and its fragility. In this flower is a message of hope and comfort for you, from someone here in this congregation today, and from all those who have participated in this flower communion before you. This flower is a symbol of your participation in this community, of your participation in the community of humankind, of your participation in the community of all living things. You may come forward up the side aisles and then return to the middle, through the middle. Thank you.
And now I invite us to rise in body and or spirit to sing our closing hymn of Flower Communion de Colores. We will sing the words as they appear on the slides. If you're using the hymnals, we're going to begin with the Spanish lyrics and then sing the English in this order. 1, 3, 2. All right? Got it? De colores se visten los campos en la primavera. De colores son los pajaritos que vienen de afuera. De colores es el arco iris que vemos lucir. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. All the colors, yes, the colors we see in the springtime with all of its flowers. All the colors, when the sunlight shines out through a rift in the cloud and it showers. All the colors, as a rainbow appears when a storm cloud is touched by the sun. All the colors abound for the whole world around and for everyone under the sun. All the colors abound for the whole world around and for everyone under the sun. All the colors, yes, the black and the white and the red and the brown and the yellow. All the colors of people who smile and shake hands and say hello. All the colors, yes, the colors of people who know that their freedom is won. All the colors abound for the whole world around and for everyone under the sun. All the colors abound for the whole world around and for everyone under the sun. All the colors, yes, the colors of people parading on by with their banners. All the colors, yes, the colors of pennants and streamers and plumes and bandanas. All the colors, yes, the colors of people now taking their place in the sun. All the colors abound for the whole world around and for everyone under the sun. All the colors abound for the whole world around and for everyone under the sun. Be seated. Please note again that congregational members need to check in with Membership Coordinator Lisa and Membership Committee Chair Allison Mitchell at the table in the community room before the business meeting begins so that we can establish a quorum for the votes to be taken. And if you haven't yet voted online for the Share the Plate recipients for next calendar year, next fiscal year rather, you may pick up a ballot when you, is that true?
I hope I'll find them in the office.
Did someone bring in the Share the Plate ballots?
Irene was supposed to provide them.
Or anybody
I'll
know?
see if I
Anyway,
find
we'll
them.
see if we
All
see.
right.
We haven't
I'll try.
found them yet. But our closing words of benediction come from Unitarian Universalist Thomas Rhodes. I've used these before, but I just think they're good. He uses bouquets of flower communion as a playful metaphor for our congregational family. All of us are beautiful. We come in a variety of colors, shapes, and sizes.
Some of us grow in bunches.
Some of us grow alone.
Some of us are cupped inward.
And some of us spread ourselves out wide.
Some of us are old and dried and tougher than we appear. Not me.
Some of us are still in bud.
Some of us grow low to the ground.
And some of us stretch toward the sun.
Some of us feel like weeds sometimes.
Some of us carry seeds sometimes.
Some of us are prickly sometimes. Some of us smell.
And all of us are beautiful.
What a bouquet of people we are.
Let us go in peace to bless the world.